of eternity as an afterlife. I think it does. I would like to say yes. I was brought up as a Christian, and I think that that's still, would affect what I believe now, and I think, I think it does.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think if you believe there is an eternity and that people in some form or another, or a part of us, our soul, our spirit, carry on in eternity, then that has to be somewhere. I mean, I think to think that we're just spirits floating around, why would that make any sense? I mean, if there was God, if there is God, and so He's made eternity, and He made earth, and He made us, then why wouldn't He make something fantastic? And why would He make people and then have the afterlife be something that's really something that we can't experience properly and touch and feel, and I think. And so if I believe in that sort of eternity, then there has to be a place, you know? And if there's a God that created it, then you can't believe in God and just choose to not believe the things that He says about hell, really, I think, you know?
I'd like to think that it does, and I like to dream about it, but I mean, I have no proof. But I like to think about it a lot.
If there were an eternity, I hope it's a good one.
I like the idea of heaven, so I'd like to think it was there.
I suppose it depends if you're applying it to time or a thing. It could be, time-wise it would be forever.
Never really thought about it. I guess yes, I suppose it does, but I don't really believe in the afterlife and heaven either, so maybe my answer should be no. No, eternity doesn't exist.
I have a little problem with the word eternity though. It's a religious word. Eternity is the idea that God somehow has always existed and that created the world out of in time, and then that will pass away, and God is eternal. The problem with the word eternal is it seems to be a temporal word, i.e. existing for a long time, but it's not really a temporal word, because existing for a long time is not the same thing as something existing infinitely. So the word eternity suggests somehow forever, but it really means there is no beginning or end.
I think it's a nice idea to think that there's something after death. At the same time, I don't think there'll be a consciousness of it.
Definitely, yeah. Mainly because I think about my family and kind of going back and back and back and back, and yeah, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I feel like for me stuff goes on forever, whether it's just kind of my molecules or my blood ties, or...
I think eternity is somewhere where you live forever, and there will be like beautiful scenery and animals that you can't even comprehend, and places and food that you've never tasted, and like really cool little fruit trees, and they just like are just juicy and flavours you've never tasted. And then when you look around, there's like not like one rainbow, but it's like an eternity rainbow that just goes on and on and on. And the colours in the rainbow have like 1,000 colours and not 7 colours, and just, yeah, an eternity will just be like a never-ending pit of fun. Maybe not so much a pit, but it will just be like just a glorious place where you'll be so stoked you're there forever in. And you just, every time, you don't even wake up because you never sleep, because you never need to sleep. And it's just this, literally the only word to describe it would be a glorious place.
I don't think so, but I think what manifests out of my art might. And so I like to think that my imagery, my creations will have a life beyond mine.